Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the TakeOver Racing League for Season 7, Round 12. Welcome to the last ever TakeOver Racing League Grand Prix. And for the last time, for the 30th time, I'm your host, Zach RC. Alongside me is my wonderful co-commentator, Dara. It's a tough day today, isn't it, mate?
I think you've got my name there for a second.
No,
Year
no.
4, I didn't know if you remembered who I was, but
Wait,
good maths on that. Did you work that out, 30 races?
Yeah.
Did you work the maths out for the 30? That's quite good.
I counted earlier today.
Yeah.
I counted the thumbnails.
I have to work out how many I've done. I've done minimum 20. I have to. You know what? You've tasked me to work that one out now.
We'll work it out in the
yeah,
break
looking forward to this one.
Yeah, well, it's looking forward to it. But it's a sad day all round. Of course, the news hasn't gone public at this stage, but we can confirm this will be the final ever race in the league. So tonight is all about having a good race on a track that gave us a classic several seasons ago, back on F1 2021, and hopefully will give us a classic tonight. And just reminiscing on some of the fantastic moments we had in this league, because it's been a long time. This league's been around for about 3 years or so, since I think it was late 2020, I want to say, maybe early 2021. And since then, it has been carnage, thrills and spills, wins and defeats, and somehow Fanny won a few races, and Dean spun out several times, like Imri just has there. So we've had quite a show, but all good things come to an end, as it is tonight. But tonight, Dara, for our final ever qualifying lap around the Albert Park circuit, I want you to follow our record champion, Smoke and Cheese, is coming out in the last few corners now. So if you will, for the last time, take us around Albert Park.
I certainly will. I mean, I was ready with Imri, but Smoke Cheese it will be as we come around the final corner. He's in his Alpine. Of course, Smoking Cheese. What can we say about him? I mean, we always knew him. His wonderful lack of fuel inputs at the start of races. And would often run out if there wasn't a safety car, but let's see if he'll do that again this evening. Through 1 and 2, good line through there. Difficult to get through 2 without invalid lap on the exit of 1, but he's done that very nicely. Turn 3, of course, remodelled very much wider this season compared to others, and as you come through turn 4, you go past the cricket stadium, a little bit wide off that curb. If he flies through 5, it's pretty much flat out through there, and don't invalidate on the exit, because that can really do you some harm. Through 6 and 7, the flick right now, and then through the left-hander, you then come onto the right-hander at 8, again, remodelled part of the track. You used to go straight on here, and then turn right before going left, but just now, straight DRS enabled. You come to the end of the second sector. The time for the end of the second sector comes up just for the 9-10 chicane. 44.65 is his time through 9 and 10 he flies. And it is just a little flick right as you get onto this final DRS straight of the lap. Just 4 more corners to go, all pretty much 90 degrees. The first one, of course, tighter than it used to be. An overtaking opportunity now. The second one, flatter. Through in 6th gear, go Smoking Cheese. Penultimate corner, can always be difficult. You might see a ascent here, but the Concertina effect is real. Bit of a slide as he comes into the final corner, which you can slide in, but he opens up that DRS and will run to the line. Embry said a 17.8. Smoking Cheese, 17.8 as well, but his is slightly faster, and he has the fastest time of the session.
Excellent start for the record champion. Of course, we have several champions from this league on the grid in tonight's race. So Cheese for 2 championships, Atom the season 4 champion. Down as your first season commentating here. We've got Fan here as well, who's in the pit lane right now, and I think those are the ones we have. So of course there are 6 champions in the history of this league. So we've got JT, Cheese twice, then Atom, Lemons, Fan, and now Michael as well, who obviously with the lack of race last week did then confirm he can no longer be caught in the Drivers' Championship. Not sure whether he's joining later or not, because there was a message that went out earlier saying who was commentating when. But yeah, I'll have to see with that to see who else shows up. Hopefully we can get a bit more drivers on the grid as Nicholas Mayer goes fastest. He's had a fantastic last few weeks in this league in particular. And for those of you who don't know, he won his first race in the RDL last week, and just his third. This week. Sorry, it's just his third start at Monza. So he's had a good week so far. Wants to try and continue that with another good result here to cap off history of this league, because it's been a good time. So Darryl, while we are in this qualifying session, I do want to ask you, of the moments you've seen in this league, what would be your favourite? You have to give me one.
Oh my word. Oh god. Right. Cool. Oh, you haven't prepped me on this. You really.
I'm sorry. I put you on the spot. I know. Anything else to be ahead?
I think up there. I think Fan winning the championship last season.
Big crash for Arbin. Sorry. I don't need to cut you off there.
Oh, so, oh no, I've just seen that. No, I think Fan winning last season has to be up there.
I'll have to agree with you, to be honest. And
because of course he was around for so long and he'd never won the title, and he finally did. at Ferrari. Yeah, of course, because season 4 was curtailed early. Lemons kind of ran away with season 5 of the seasons that I've been here. Season 6, Fan, it was a close championship, and Fan did win it in the end.
Yeah, and then Mark was.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Fan.
He's been fantastic this season. Aston Martin's been in fine form. Of course, the one team's been in full recently. Of course, the Haas team gave us a fantastic race last time out in Austria. It was disappointing for Nicholas to have the race end the way it did. But yeah, we move on from that. But yeah, Arbon, speaking of Haas cars, the first car out of qualifying, crashing it just about going into the penultimate corner as Van starts his next timed run. I'll get the tyre usage on here. So 117 is the main time I'm looking at so far. So it's Nicholas and Cheese in the front row with Atom and Imri heading up the second. Of course, Atom taking the place of Lemons tonight. Lemons unfortunately couldn't make it, but of course wishes everyone luck in this final race. So we're saying, Dareth, the view that season 6 Monza was probably the best moment.
Well, it's got to be up. I mean, the thing is, because I have done so many commentaries on F1 games in the past 2 years, a lot of races have kind of merged, and I can't remember what league they were in. Because I've done it probably closer to 200, if not more, commentaries on an F1 race now. Okay. Yeah, exactly, and only around, let's say, 30 of them have been here. I can't actually remember which ones were in TORL, because of course names pop up elsewhere. Emery and Lemons, of course, season 5 champion at Orion, and a lot of these guys are at Orion as well. Of course, partner Sunday League for TORL, and you see some of the other guys pop up in other places as well.
I mean, Orion a Sunday League for TORL.
No, I said it's Sunday League partnered with TORL.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said this like Sunday League for us, as in like
no.
like football Sunday League.
No. But also, I knew Smoking Cheese from a league called URL long before I ever heard about TORL or ever joined TORL, and when I joined TORL, I was like, oh, it's Smoking Cheese. And that's when I raced. But I only really knew him because I used to overtake him near the end of the races because he was running out of fuel.
He was the fuel man to you, was he?
So, to me, he was the forgets about fuel, just puts in the low fuel, and if there is not a safety car,
then be damned.
I'll fly, you know. Yes, a lot of these, like Atom as well, I've known from other leagues, and I'd say about 90% of the grid we currently have, I've seen or I've commentated on them doing a race somewhere else. So that's the great thing about TORL. There's people that come from lots of different leagues and all come together at TORL, and it's like a little family home for us all.
Yeah.
Other leagues that are bigger, my own included, you don't really get that sense
Your
of
own included?
community that you've got here at TORL.
You have a league? Since when?
It's forever. I'm not, you know. I'm co-owner.
Are you in need of a commentator at all? I've kind of got my Thursday nights opening up. I'm not sure.
Sorry. Oh no, it's the same league Atom asked you earlier for the Monday commentary.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Also
I do. That's why, because I do the Div 1 commentary.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to do it. I have a sort of a stigma about that. I like.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. I wasn't going to bother trying to ask you because I knew that you're very happy where you are.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, some of these guys I've seen in RDL before, but most of them I know from I've seen in RDL. I've seen from here first, if you know what I mean. So it's been that too.
Yes.
But still, no, I do like the little sentiment there about the whole family home thing. I like that in particular.
I mean, compared to other leagues, I mean, and I've been in quite a few, is one of, if not the best league that you feel like, yeah, everyone knows everyone. It's like you're a little Yorkshire village, in the hills, and when it snows, everyone goes to the community centre and plays bingo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's quite funny.
It's one of the worst analogies I've ever come out with, but it will be immortalised on Twitch. Or YouTube, or both.
We'll immortalise it on YouTube because Twitch only keeps your streams like 2 weeks because it's stupid. That's why I stream on YouTube. That's why.
No, you can save them.
Yeah, you can save them.
No, you can save them on
You
Twitch.
need to turn up like a setting on for it, don't you?
What the? Yeah, you need to set it on that it like saves it post, but then if you quote unquote highlight it and then just put the whole thing on, then it says in there forever.
You can do that one. It's fine.
Forever.
Why would you want to tell me this? This I had to know.
I'll show you how afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, Atom goes fastest there. In our long conversation there, Dara, the alphas have taken over because obviously this could be a tough one because.
Ooh.
Oh, what's that?
Sorry, was that intentional?
Wait, what did I say?
The alphas have taken over.
Oh,
Was that intentional?
I'm too good.
That was pretty good.
Oh, I see Ratio just got off the circuit at turn number 3. Sorry, he's just gone flying off. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he's Alonso'd that.
Yeah, that wasn't quite intentional.
Sure.
So there's that.
I thought you did that intentionally. I can't lie. That was very impressive.
But yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be tough tonight because we have sort of got to both reminisce and try and commentate at the same time. So it's gonna be a tough one. Yeah.
Well, you know, I've done work. I've done well, 10th camera's gone 7th. I have done races, like 2-3 hour long races on, you know, things like iRacing and stuff, where there are 8 cars on the start line, and after about 15 minutes, everyone is gapped out by 15 seconds.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I am well accustomed to podcasting for 3 hours.
Again, I'm convinced that we should start podcasting.
We'll be fine. You should.
I'm
just like a rant, but like not like a specific one. Just sit here and just like look at BBC and go, yeah, let's no. Would I lie? Did you see the latest Would I Lie to You? Oh, hello. Sorry, BT.
But I know what it's about, but I don't watch TV. But so YouTube replaced TV for me about 10 years ago, so that's out the window.
Have you seen where? Right. BT's gone on safari.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't. He's gone on. I don't know. I've never seen a car there in my life.
I have.
He was on the exit, on the slip road down the exit of turn 6.
He's doing a Kimmy on Brazil 2012 when he went down that wrong road.
Yeah.
The fact he got half up the hill before realising that he was like, he got half up the circuit before realising, oh, I'm in the wrong place.
The best thing about that was in the race. Like, that was a practice
that was during race. It's fantastic.
That was during green flag racing conditions, and he lost so much time because of it.
Okay, I need to go back and watch that later. So we've established that. Right.
What? BT or?
No, Kimmy.
Oh, right.
I don't know. It's the same sort of vibe, I reckon. Unknowing alien.
Yeah.
He don't talk much. Anyway, right.
Oh, hello.
What's happened?
Kuba's coming out the final corner. His rear end disappeared. But he does improve to 7. I don't think he would have gone up to 6 because he's 5/10 off. But that was a big slide of oversteer.
I didn't quite see it, but we're glad you saw it. Yellow flag, and I think that's Fan. Fan has spun off at the chicane. He didn't get any damage. He may have just missed the barriers that time, so he's lucky there. But I had to keep it rolling and get back to pits for one final run. So we are in the conversation. We are nearing the last few minutes. We've got 4 minutes to go, so we're probably looking at those last few runs of the session. We think to ourselves, who's going to end up with the last TORL pole? It could be anyone.
There is the Hall of Fame, isn't there, in the channel? Let's have a look. The most pole. Oh no, doesn't give all-time pole positions, but it does give poles this season. Jaden has 2.
Jaden in the Ferrari.
He's not here. Oh, he is here. Jaden.
He joined me.
That's interesting.
He joined me.
He just hasn't set a lap time.
He's meant to be in the he got here late. He was meant to be in the Red Bull, I think, but Michelle took it. So.
In Wardy's popped it P2 as well.
He's done a fantastic job there. Because Wardy, it's been a while since we've seen him. Has Wardy ever won a race in this league? Is he on the all-time win list?
I mean, yes, he's won once. I couldn't tell you where, but he's won once.
I couldn't tell you where either. I'm sure he'll tell us in the intermission. Because I'm sure he's watching this right now. Hello, Wardy. I hope you're watching this. Maybe later on in the evening, after crashing out on the first lap. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. Anyway, you're right. Just under 3 minutes left now.
Jaden invalidated. Jaden invalidated this time, which is interesting.
Oh,
but it means the next person on a lap, I think, is
what was he doing there?
And he's just... Who?
Jaden, he just sort of skidded across the track, went for the pits. Couldn't tell if he was trying to go around again, but then or pitting, or but no, he's coming to the pits. Weird run as Michelle makes his way out. So, yeah, so at this stage we're going to start seeing in the next minute or so, we'll probably see everyone at some stage go out on the racetrack who wants to set a last lap. And that'll be at that for us.
Yeah. I mean, because everyone will be coming today, but Imri is going now, so this will probably be his final attempt. He will cross the line and finish his session with time on the board, remaining, I should say, but he comes through 1 and 2. He's only a couple of tenths. This is one of the closest qualifying we've found in a long time, actually, isn't it? Top 4 covered by 0.2 of a second. See if he can improve on that, whether there'll be some people in the way. There's a Ferrari off at Narnia at turn 6 as well. Imri comes to the end of the first sector. Ooh. 2/10 up on his time, or nearly 2/10 up on the time.
He needs more, though.
And he's looking like he might be able to set a fastest time here.
Keep an eye on him through the second sector we can now. Actually get some commentary going now. DRS deployed for him, going wide open, 200 miles an hour. Crazy speed you can hit down that straight, going towards the chicane. He's got to nail this though. Gives him no traffic around. Oh, he's 2/10 up. He's about a quarter of a second up in the second sector. If he can nail this last split, he could be on course to match pole position. BT retires from the session at turn number 4, I think. He's retired on track as the Red Bull Michel moves over for him. A minute to go now. Nearing the end of the session, Imri on his way around the last 2 corners now and coming towards the line where the checkered flag will be waiting for him through turn number that's turn 14, I want to say. Now 15. I'm probably wrong. Towards the last corner though, and towards the line, we'll see where he stacks up. This could be 1 minute 16 here. It's close. Oh, he's up by another 10th or so over his teammate Atom, who's now got work to do in his last lap.
Absolutely, and I think because BT retired there, didn't he? So the next person on a lap, there is someone nearer the end of the lap who is on a lap, but I couldn't tell you for the life of me who it is. Jaden's also, to note, he's got to be very quick. I don't think he's going to make the flag. He's got 20 seconds, and he's not quite with 4 corners to go. So that could be a problem.
Yeah, he's going to make it. No chance of making it.
No, that could be a problem for the cars behind if they start to catch him, or they catch him right at the end. One of those drivers is Smoking Cheese, but he's a long way down on the time, and he won't be competitive. Wardy as well, not going to make the line, which means the next driver is Atom, and he's coming to the final few corners now.
Here comes the Season 4 champion. Oh, he's invalidated it.
Invalidated.
That's it.
Yeah, he's went slightly wide there, so it'll be changing it.
Next through, yeah. And behind him.
He's currently P2. It means Imri is fastest, and the next challenger is Nicholas Meyer in 5th. Or the next closest.
Nicholas all the way over in 6th too, so we'll keep an eye on him as well. Ginging up at the last corner towards the line. Oh, Atom with a collision, he's out. It's Clyde with Jaden over towards the line. Ginger goes 7th. 10th Cannon stays in P9. I've got Red Bull towards the line as well. That'll be Michel. Michel goes 6th fastest. Fantastic lap for him to cap things off. Nicholas is 2/10, is about a quarter of a second up right now. But he needs about another quarter in order to get himself on pole. I'm seeing a top 3 start from here, Darryl. I really am. Imri retiring from the session. Here comes Nicholas towards the line. Can he do it? It's been very tight. He does it! A 16.8! Look how much he gained that last sector.
I'll tell you why he did it, because he set his last personal best on the mediums.
Ah.
So that time was an improvement at the end.
Well. Nicholas Meyer, the final TakeOver Racing League pole sitter, and he'll lead Imri on the run towards turn 1 with Atom 3rd, Wardy 4th, and Cheese rounds out your top 5.
Yeah, well, it's a cracking start for Nicholas Meyer. I think Atom hit Jaden, didn't he? But Jaden's car was ghosted. Oh no, was solid, and it was an AI because Jaden didn't make the line. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there, but it means that Imri will start 2nd and Wardy will start 3rd. And Smoking Cheese 4th, but I mean, behind Nicholas Meyer, close between 2nd and 5th, wasn't it? But you've got to look down a little bit further. C110P fan, sees the 6th champion in 7th. He will start in 6th. Atom will start in 8th. But I think we have got 4 championships on this grid, haven't we?
I believe so.
Yes. Oh, we got Michael. Is Michael Dale here? No, he's not. No, he's not. Right, so we've got 4.
So that'll be your grid for the race. We're back with you in a few minutes' time for the start. The start of the last ever league race in this league. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the last ever TakeOver Racing League Grand Prix. It's Season 7, Round 12, the Australian Grand Prix here at the legendary Albert Park Circuit. And Dara, we hold our heads high in the embers of the dying fire that is the TakeOver Racing League, as it gives us one last bright spark of action. That was weirdly poetic, but also sucked at the same time. I don't know what I was trying there. I'm trying to be poetic.
No, I know what you were trying, but it just
didn't work. I'll try later.
Said, I think. Yeah. Put it into Google Scholar, see what it comes back with. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. 29 laps, Australia. I mean, it always was a good race. Season 3, of course. Cracker. It was Season 3, wasn't it?
Yes, I've told the story enough times for you to.
Oh, I know exactly.
Hopefully, I get.
Always, because in another league that I do, it's like a league among friends that I do, like, is into race, where we just do a chat. We're into like Season 14 now, but they always talk about Season 3, so I never know if I'm confusing it. But no, Season 3 Australia, cracking race. Hopefully, we'll get a bit more of the same here tonight.
But hopefully, we'll keep it all to the last lap, because that while that finish was amazing, I do remind you that I think it's only 8 finishes from 18 that day. So hopefully we have a lot of cars make it to the line.
Yeah.
Right, and so we've got about a minute or so before we
get more than what actually happened. Sorry?
Wait, is somebody up? Or?
Haven't got a clue.
There's been a message in the race channel. Check that real quick. Oh no, it's just saying. Okay. Right then. I think we are getting ready to go now. So this is it then. The last Grand Prix in the TakeOver Racing League. It should be an absolute banger, and we do hope you enjoy it with Nicholas and Nicholas and Imri, sorry, on the front row. So wait now to get underway. Whether we'll get to the lights immediately, whether we'll have a formation lap, we'll have to wait and see. Just waiting for everyone to ready up. 16 cars, one of the higher grids from this season. So hopefully they'll give us all one last memory at least before we move on. As we wait for everyone to ready up, they're taking their sweet time.
Never know this game, do you? Because they've taken off the spectators seeing the timer.
God knows why they're taking the timer away. It's useless. Okay, formation lap. Here we go. Right. So then, there's your starting tyres for this last ever race of the season. So it's all mediums and hards. Cheese, Atom, and Ratio going on into their first stint. C3 tyres for everyone else. Dara, if you had to give me a winner for this race today, who are we thinking?
I'm going to go with C1 Tempe fan.
Oh, I want to agree with you, to be fair. However, I see an unlikely Wardy victory going on. I want to see Wardy win.
We've both gone for the classics. Like,
we've
gone for the classics. Yeah.
We'll call them the veterans, because I'm sure that they won't like us calling them oldies. Or me calling them oldies.
When people study classics at A level, they study Wardy and C1 Tempe fan.
When they use the Merriam-Webster dictionary, that was terrible. Okay, I'll think of something good later. But we'll get going with the action here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The 16 cars taking their places on the grid. We see Arbon and Jane on the back row, and we wait now for the last time for the lights here at Albert Park for the final time in the TakeOver Racing League. Nicholas and Imri start taking out row 1, and it's lights out, foot to the floor. Go, go, go. Kick the fires and light the tyres. Good getaway from both cars on that first row. Imri is trying to jump in front as they reach the first corner. Nicholas around the outside into the lead. Imri follows in second. Wardy third. Michelle and Cheese fighting over 4th place. They go through turns 1 and 2. Everyone getting all shuffled further back as they go towards turn number 3. They're still side by side. Yellow flag in the back. Who is that? I'm not sure there wasn't any contact. Everyone's got away okay here. So going through nice and easy there. Michelle up in front of Cheese. But Nicholas over the lead here as we reach the end of the first sector.
Yeah, Nicholas Meyer got the start he absolutely wanted and needed. He's got a nice little comfortable margin to Imre and then Wardy and Michelle in tow. Those hard tires, of course, not working out necessarily well for Smoking Cheese off at the start, but they've not worked too badly for Atom, who is up into 7th. Gingernight, I think, was one of his first victims. But Jaden with a good start, up to 10th, and you can't forget about him. He has got the pace, we know it, as Fan now gets past Cheese into towards turn 9 and 10 for the first time.
Fantastic move. There's 2 champions taking each other on. Of course, we've got 4 championships on the grid tonight between 3 drivers. Wardy looking around trying to close up to Imre in 2nd place. 3 different manufacturers there. Haas, Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri, followed by Red Bull, and then Aston Martin. That's your top 5 as we come through to complete the first of 29 laps of this race. Hopefully there'll be much more excitement still to come our way over the next 28. Nicholas leads us off the last corner and back towards turn number 1.
Yeah, and to note actually, our 3 champions are 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. So they are running in line at the moment. Not too far off the race lead either. Michelle is a second away from Wardy. That could be important when DRS is enabled this time next lap. But at the moment we've got a DRS train down to 11th, which isn't something we've always been able to say, particularly this season. That we have a very close grid over the first few laps. But tonight, we've got drivers who are very close together, and hopefully that will serve us up with some overtakes. Of course, if you don't have the DRS train and you are at the front, you are going to be vulnerable from the drivers behind in all 4 of these DRS zones.
I forget this place has 4. That's a terrifying thought for anyone in the lead of a huge train. Least of all, the race leader Nicholas, who's apparently got 6 tenths on Imre, who's then got a further 6 on Wardy, and now 9 back to Michelle. So those guys are all... He's still in DRS range, but he's got some work to do. He might want to use some more of that overtake to try and close in a bit more, but he doesn't want to use too much of it this early on in the race. That forced his hand, makes him safe later on. Yellow flag for the back here. That is Jakey in the Williams, who's gone around in the chicane. He made contact with the McLaren. I don't know how to pronounce the name there. How do I pronounce that, sorry?
Pronounce what, sorry?
The McLaren name, because I can't pronounce it in my life.
Kuba.
Okay. Kuba, yeah? Does that sound right?
Is that what, yeah, in 15th, right, Kuba.
Yeah, okay, because I've got a different name on my screen. Is it going to come elsewhere, or?
What name's on? Hang on, wait.
I got VLCI MAK.
Who are you talking about? Where?
15th, yeah.
What have you got?
I'll have to, okay, 1 second. I'll have to send you a screenshot of this at some stage.
Anyway, no, I'm gonna watch your screen. Hang on, give me a sec.
That's the best way to do it. I'll keep concentrating. Right, Nicholas still leads, but the gap's close to the top 3 now, and DRS has been deployed at this stage. So we're about to get our first taste of it here. Imre doing a good run on the Haas. They run towards the chicane, they dive to the inside of the racetrack and pull clear of the Haas, jumping in front of them and taking the race lead away as they enter the chicane for the 3rd time. And Wardy want to try and take it back as well, but Nicholas could try and swipe it back, no chance. He's got no DRS, but he's got enough to tow to stay with the race leader, but won't go for it. Wardy might try on the inside, not going to go for it just yet. Michelle doesn't think he gets DRS this time around. But I think coming through to the main straight he should do, because he's now 6 tenths in terms of gap to him in 3rd, to Wardy in 3rd. And Phantom is the one under threat. So top 4 now in their own little train. Gone.
Because you have that double dose, don't you? You have 2 double doses here at Australia. A first one at the end of the first sector, second one before the final couple of corners. It means that if you get the move done in the first, DRS zone, then it will carry through. You'll still have the DRS to the second, which is very helpful indeed. Next time gets close, not quite close enough, but yeah. No, I've looked. Yeah, we've got different names. Mine literally says Kuba, as in Kuba.
Okay, lovely. I know who it is now. Right, so I'll call him back.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I don't know how or why yours is different.
Yeah, okay, so no worries. So another problem solved by the dynamic commentating duo that you have on your screen right now, and we'll continue on with the race in that case. On to lap number 4. I think Nicholas want to try and swipe the lead back if he can this time. He said that double dose, he might even lead it, and now Kuba's out of the race. All right, so that was a. Oh, he sent it across the circuit. I think Arvin's had a piece of it too. Safety car deployed on the spot.
Yeah, Arvin and BT, all 3 of them. BT has been in that gravel trap for so long today. I don't know what's happened there, but obviously a big collision. And yeah, Kuba's out. That, I mean, makes that, you know, unnecessary us checking who and what and why that was going on. But yeah.
Well, that'll be that then, right? So, and in terms of tyres at this point, we're too early on the race. No, scrap that. Imre's coming in. I would have thought it was too early to make changes for anything else. I mean, the medium runners could go for it potentially, but I mean, is it really worth coming this early, Darryl? What's your tip?
I reckon it's a no. If you're on the medium, no. You're not gonna get to the end on the hard, and if you do, you're gonna be slower towards the end. I think from here, basically Atom has smashed it. Atom going onto a medium now, starting on the hard means he can go medium to the end. I think that'll be quicker than just going hard to the end.
I think I have to agree with you, to be entirely honest.
Right, he's been jumped by Jaden because, of course, there was the lag. So Jaden is now a little bit another position higher, net, because of course he's got past Atom in the pit lane because Atom had to be double stacking with Imri.
Yeah, that's all true. Yeah, tyre strategy the key later on in this Grand Prix. So some of those guys, I do stand corrected. You think some of these guys have got the right idea. In particular, you said Atom in a good place. Because you can go medium to the end, so you can probably put onto. I want to say, because obviously we'll be on a safety car for a lap or two here, so that's a couple laps less wear on the tyres. So you probably make it to about laps sort of 18, 19 or so. I want to say. It depends how long we're under the safety car.
Yeah. I mean, the safety car makes it interesting. It's a little early. But it does make the rest of the race interesting on strategy. We have a bit of a lattice now as well, hard and medium. 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th on the hard, and then 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th on the medium.
I like that.
That'll be interesting to see how that out. But safety car should be next lap.
Just waiting on PT at this point. So, Nicholas, Wardy, Michelle, your top three now. Imri, of course, made that stop. And Michelle's in.
Yeah, not sure about that one, Chief. Yeah, no. Because what he's just done there is he's just gone onto the same strategy that Imri's on. He's now dropped quite literally to the back of the field. He'll only be ahead of his teammate, will he? No, he'll be last. So, yeah, so that's... I'm not sure I understand that one.
Yeah, these guys had to bank on perhaps getting another safety car at some stage to try and sort of get off that strategy if they can, but obviously they'd be losing track position in that respect as well. They have to pit everyone else, and by that point they've lost time to the tyres too. So, I mean, if these guys feel that's the plan, they obviously they can stick to it. Perhaps they know something we don't. But from the outlook here at the top of the comments box, it's a bit of a questionable choice. But regardless, we'll continue on. Lap 6. And we're looking right now, our two predictions there are Wardy second, Fan in third. So it's been a good start for our guesses so far.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of this. I wouldn't mind both of them on the podium, if I'm honest.
Neither would I, yeah.
That'd be nice and fun, wouldn't it?
Definitely. Wardy's the reason even
I mean, it would be quite funny if we had... It would be quite funny if we had Fan, Cheese and Atom on the podium as the three champions.
That would be quite cool, to be honest. Right, so I'll have to wait and see.
We'd have to wait and see.
Yep, later on in the race. Okay, safety car coming in on this lap. So, Nicholas leads the way. What will be his plan for the restart?
I think his plan probably be to go relatively early because, of course, it sounds stupid to say that there are corners here, and of course you can't overtake before the line, so there's no point leaving it to the line if you can try and build up a gap over the last couple of corners. Which can be beneficial. Of course, at a track like Monza, that's not possible. You just have to back up and wait to go. But at a track like Australia, you can wait and go a little bit earlier, and we're about to get back underway.
I don't think we're going to see him go here, to be honest, but I think Wardy's pretty to see it coming. Oh, he's backing off as much as he can here. It's kind of worked. He's got that lead back over Wardy, so we get back to racing on lap number 7 this Australian Grand Prix. BT into the pit lane here, so the end of his second stint on those tyres. Back on the way, and Imri getting right to work into P7 over Santa Cannon. Fantastic start from him. We'll try and move back up on those hard tyres.
Yeah, and immediately he gets back in front. I'm not sure what BT's thinking. I think that was Atom looking at a move, but it's just forced Jakey a little bit wide. He'll go around the outside of 4, and that's a very clean move done by Atom. Jakey is going to be under pressure now from Jaden. He doesn't look comfortable, does he, the Williams driver? It looks like he might get swamped very soon here because he's just so slow through 7 and 8. Through 6 and 7, I should say, and on towards 8 we go. And I think this could be a little bit of a feast for the drivers below 10th at the moment because Jakey looks vulnerable.
Jay will want to try and clear him as quick as he can, or to get back to the lead pack with everyone else, because he's look at 10 can already a second back from Imri in P7, who's getting his hands though here. Ginger up to the inside of Cheese, going to that right hand. That allows Ratio around the outside. And looks like Imri's going to try and join him here. Very aggressive, very on the nose there from Imri, who goes charge up the inside and takes the place away. So into P6. I'll say aggressive, not the elbows out sort of stuff, but more like going for those moves when no one else will. Fan taking Wardy for second place here. And Ginger going back around Imri. They're always going side by side here. Into turn number one. So a very tight fit, bit of contact down the main straight. Into turn one. Ginger got to go straight on. Off into the gravel he goes.
You hear me, Doc?
I'm not sure if it's anything sense, but I mean, like I said to you earlier, I'm not sure what's going on in terms of because I feel like I say something and then
I think we've lagged out.
Okay. I can still hear you just fine.
Oh no, I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on.
Should we get out the console to do like a private Discord call instead? Would that work? Should we go out?
No, I think I'm in the game. I think we've lagged out the game.
Oh no, I'm still in the game. I still, have you lagged out?
No, I haven't, but I think we've got desync or something because it just doesn't. Something doesn't look right. Inside line for Atom.
No, I've seen that. All Imri's around.
I mean, Imri just turned into Atom there.
Yeah, contact.
Atom on the inside line.
Ginger not letting it get away. I think it's just the speech that's backed up, not the actual racing itself. Because that seems to happen the same sort of time for us, I think.
Yeah, it did. I don't know. I mean, it looked off. I'm not sure why.
I'm confusing myself at this stage. So clearly nothing's changed in the TakeOver Racing League. We're still just. Imri went for that. Proper tap to the back of Nicholas's car. You see that?
That was Wardy.
Yeah. Oh wait. What did I say?
Imri. Sorry, that's.
Oh my bad.
No, but yeah, Fan got through on Nicholas, and now Nicholas got back. Oh, that's Atom going off the track. Might be everything's happening, but it just felt slightly off. Cooper's left the session.
Wardy Nicholas side by side.
And Wardy is going ahead of Nicholas Meyer now down the straight towards 9 and 10. See, there's lag there. Smoking Cheese is.
Cheese is through down to third place.
And right, I'm gonna leave the game and rejoin and see if there's something wrong.
Okay, okay. So Nicholas has disconnected. I think I'm starting to see it now. I don't know.
No, I'll just join back and see if it's the same. And if it's the same.
Oh, Wardy goes wide there. Oh, around he goes. Wardy losing the car there, and that's the virtual safety car deployed. Wardy loses his front wing. Keeps the car going. Oh, and there he goes. Right, he's crashed it, turning itself around, so Wardy is out of the race. And that could be a false. I think it is a full safety car. I can confirm. Okay, that's good. That gives some time to work out what's going on.
Yeah.
Several cars coming in. Fan, Cheese, 10th Cannon, Michelle, Ginger Nut, all in. So Ratio now leads, Atom in second, and Nicholas now third. So another car out of the race then.
Right. Nicholas wants help because he needs to get back in the lobby.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I can invite him. I think I'm going to invite him. There you go. Excellent. Right. Send an invite. That's all good. Okay, so yeah, so it was desync for Nicholas. Come on, for what we can see. Obviously, looks like Imri is too pleased with the contact between him and Atom a lap ago. So how's it looking for you now? What are we thinking?
I'm back now.
For me, I've got the leaders just going through the chicane now. They've just left it behind the safety car. Is that right for you? Just waiting here.
Right, yeah, mine's had to go. Nicholas Myers back in his car. I think everything's better.
And Ginger not score a penalty, yeah? That's happened for you?
Yes, he did.
Excellent, right. So, yeah, well, I think we're all good now. I think we should be all synced.
Right, let's get the details.
Right, so, having solved that one, we can now get back to the action once again. So, Wardy then out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. A sad way to see him finish off his TORL career, and that second career win happened today. But still, several contenders who could win this one. Of course, Darry, your guest fan has just come into the pit lane. Hard tyres on that car. Mediums for Cheese. Mediums also for 10th, Cannon and Michelle. And Ginger not on hard, so it's a bit back and forth in terms of tyres.
Well, I mean, tyre strategies are going to be interesting now. I think it's probably better to fan and to be pitted now onto the hards because they will get to the end and be alive towards the end. But we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, Imri come back from 10th. I mean, Jaden is now up to 4th. And he looks like he's going to the end on those tyres as well. So that could be interesting.
Could be a threat later on in the race. Of course, Ratio yet to make his first stop. Right now, only 3 drivers are yet to pit in this race. Those drivers being Ratio, Nicholas, and Jakey. So I think that those guys are going to try and go standard strategy, go onto mediums for the end in their second stint, want to get about halfway through or near the end of the race here. And everyone is back behind the safety car now. BT back there in 14th. So here we go. Safety car in this lap. So we'll see how Ratio handles this restart. See what the plan is for him. Atom in second. He'll be looking to try and get around the Alpha Tower if he can. Nicholas in third, and Haas he'll want to try and get in front of both cars and try and reclaim the lead from he got from pole if he can. Dara, there's only one winner on the start. Who's it going to be?
I reckon that is going to be. Hang on, winner on the restart. Wait, what did you say?
What do you reckon Ratio will get away okay? Or do you reckon it could be passed?
Oh, yeah, sorry. No, I think Athens going to get past quite quickly here.
Ooh.
I reckon down towards the chicane at 9 and 10.
Well, see, I've got to start Ratio again. So, because, of course, Nicholas went quite late last time. So we'll see if Ratio's just going earlier. I think he's also waiting for that little straight between this corner and the next to go for it. But I think Athens will see that coming. He's not going yet. But you might try and back him all the way up. He's doing just that. Waiting for it, and there he goes. Ratio charging away here, and we're all back to racing again, but Atom remarkably close, and Darryl, you're right, there he goes to the right hand side, into turn 1, the 2 leaders side by side, but Ratio gets in front, but dips over the curve a bit there, around the outside goes the Season 4 champion, up to lead James around. James spins it at turn 2, yeah. Atom into the lead, Ratio, as Nicholas on his inside, going through turn 3, but the Season 4 champion's away to the top spot.
Yeah, and it's exactly why you don't do a restart on the way to the line if you don't have to. We've got another virtual safety car, but that is exactly why you don't do that, because Atom just had the run. He was close enough to get the slipstream. Ratio didn't build up that gap of 5/6 tenths to Atom, which would have saved him down to turn 1, and that is why that's why that happened basically. Jaden 3-second time penalty.
He's got no win as well.
International's also got a penalty. No one else really made a move. But it now is down to Critical Skills, who is now the leader on that hard tyre under the first safety car. So, you know, there's lots of people in this race who do have a chance, and it is evolving constantly, and we're not quite halfway through yet.
I'm getting massive deja vu to Season 3. Anyone could win this race now, if I'm being honest with you. We're just waiting now for that green flag to come back out so we can get back to some more races near the end of the first half of this Grand Prix. I think we're about to get it here. Waiting for it, perhaps we can get around to the line. Keep an eye on those on the little panels on the side of the track, so they'll tell you when we go green, and it'll probably go for it on the main straight again. So Atom now has his chance to try and pull away if he can. Low safety car ending, and waiting now for the green flag, which come back out around now. Still not yet, still waiting for it.
We're waiting.
And I've caught it short. There we go, green flag now back out, and oh, Ratio the poor getaway, and Nicholas is all over him here, using overtakes to try and close in on the Alpha Tower. When he go for it, there goes Critical Skills to the outside, looking for third place into turn number 3. He goes side by side with the Haas, and now into turn number 4, looking to take away that third place spot. And he will take that third place spot. And Nick, where did Arbin come from? Arbin now up there in P5, in front of Fan, in front of Imri, in front of Cheese.
Yeah, and there are these guys that are just kind of quietly doing their work, getting through the pack. Atom's created that 2-second lead at the front, which is important for him, especially if he's planning to pit once again. But this pack, all the way down to P11. Jakey at the back of it is so close. And Imri trying to come around the outside of Fan here. Doesn't have enough room down into turn 9 and turn 10. But let's see if he tries to line up and move towards 11. But he had a big snap of oversteer there. And he won't be able to challenge down here.
Definitely, Fan holds on to 6th place for the time being. And ladies and gentlemen, as we begin about to get lap number 14 of this race. Atom away with a 2.1 second lead. He's nailed this restart under the virtual safety car. And Ratio now has the last train behind him as DRS about to come back into play on lap 14. We'll have to wait and see what his plans to keep everyone at bay. Critical Skills will be the first driver to take him on. And there it is, DRS deployed. BT, the penalty there for multiple warnings. That's 3 seconds to his name. 4 drivers with penalties right now. Those drivers being the ones in the bottom 4. So Jakey, Ginger Nut, BT and Jane. But those guys, if they all make it to the line, they'll get points from the top 15 point scorers over the course of the season. Critical Skills not closing in just yet. Won't go for it into turn number 3, but we've got cars going back behind. Imri and Cheese side by side. And Cheese gets almost forced off the racetrack entirely. And Michel trying the outside. There's almost a bit of contact there. Random driver has just joined the lobby for no real reason. And now Cheese in a double whammy, now stuck behind Michel and Imri. Virtual safety car has been deployed. Who was that for? And that is for BT, who's lost his front wing completely.
Well, yeah, Imri, a little bit naughty there. Completely forced Smokies off the road there, didn't he, at turn 3. Can't imagine Smokies to be terrible with that. And the person who joined, I know he might have just come by accident, because he's a lovely lad. So,
okay, right.
I think he might have just joined by accident, because of course he can't get in the car anyway. So, but yeah, interesting. Yeah, Imri, I'm not sure if he's, you know, maybe a little bit annoyed at what happened with, Atom a few laps ago, but Smoky Cheese I don't think will be pleased about the fact he was pushed off the track, but it's allowed Michel up the inside, and now he will have a go at him. We'll have to see what happens. But another virtual safety. I think this is our 3rd virtual, isn't it? We've had 2 tools.
We've had 2. So there's 2 virtuals and 2 reals, if I'm not mistaken. This sounds awfully similar to the last Australia race. Just waiting for the green flag to come back out now.
Yeah. The 14 runners though, that's always good.
Yep, only 6 more to lose for Deja Vu to be absolutely real.
Oh,
DRS deployed, back to racing once again. Something happen? Did you see something?
No, Michel just went wide at turn 1 under virtual safety car. I'm not too sure why. Arben's a fan of fighting, fan around the outside of 3. He's got the move done, and meanwhile up in front, Critical Skills inside of Ratio, and he's got there.
2nd place now for the Alpine driver. He's got 3.5 seconds to close down on our race leader, but first he's got to try and break away from 3 very strong looking race cars behind him. BT on the penalty, DRS deployed for all 3 cars. This could be absolute carnage there. Keep an eye out here. Ratio closing the gap. Will he go to the outside? He might try here. Maybe he'll pull to the left hand side onto the grass a little bit there, but on the inside, does Critical back out? He does back out. He's got no DRS, but he's right there behind Ratio. Might go for it here. DRS deployed. I'll overtake on the exit, but he has to lose out this time. Keeps it in line. Nicholas.
Oh, look at the back.
Oh, it's caught the circuit.
Oh, there goes Imri. Imri forces off Michel, but I think it was because he was kind of defending from Smoking Cheese. They were nearly 3 wide down there. But Imri now, both Smoking Cheese and Michel, I don't think will be too happy with what's gone on. And Imri is in the middle of the storm, but they were 3 wide down into turn 11. Now here comes Michel. Better to do the final corner, and he's ahead of Imri now.
Don't come out just yet. Here comes Imri around the outside into turn 1 once again. This can't work, Gareth. Surely not. Into the corner they come, contact, and there goes Michel off the circuit and off into the wall, and that is race over. And that will most likely be another safety car.
Yeah, I don't know if we may have run out of safety cars. That sounds silly, but it is possible. And we haven't had a safety car, and it's all cleared up, so we are going to be carrying on lap 16.29 here. Imri a little bit further off the back of Arben now, though, and this train still continues. So many cars, so close together. 2nd to 9th covered by just about, let's do some maths, 3.5 seconds in all these cars as they now fly through. Fans are going to try and get on Nicholas Meyer's case now as they come now into the chicane at 9 and 10, and he's now up into P4, but Meyer around the outside. What a move that is from the Haas. He's got to be careful. That's side by side still on the exit as they run down towards turn 11. They'll be the outside line for this tricky right-hander. Will Nicholas Meyer leave the room? Oh no, he doesn't. He just shoves Fan into the wall
off he goes.
And shoves him wide as well.
And both cars now fall down the order. A Fan now around Nicholas, but I'm sure you would have liked to have that done. Couple seconds earlier, there goes Imri on the circuit. Lucky's could still be in the race there. Just his front wing got lost. He'd need a safety car to get himself back into contention now. Imrie struggling. But the Alfa Romeo looks so long with no wing on it. That's weird. Oh, and a penalty as well for speeding the pit lane.
Yeah, it's just gone from bad to worse for him. Nicholas Meyer stuck on a set of soft tyres. I mean, all this news is good news for Atom, because if he comes in and puts a fresh set of softs on, or even mediums now, he's going to cruise up to the back of this train.
Should do relative ease there. Of course, he's already got almost 4 seconds of ratio. He's got to hit with the penalty there through the last couple of corners. But Critical Skills will try and come back and try and close some more time. Both Alpines now running 3rd and 4th. Closing in all the time. No battery being used, but that DRS doing all the work it needs to. Oh, I thought he was going to try and find that hole around the outside for a second there, but Ratio shuts the door just in time, allowing him to stay in front, but Critical Skills closing more. Here comes Cheese, though, the record champion, closing in towards turn 11, but won't get close to go for a move just yet, so stays in line for the minute. But those Alpines, Dara, look insanely strong. Could we see if those guys pose a threat to Atom in the last stage of the race?
We'll have to have a look and see. At the moment, Smoking Cheese so close to the back of Critical Skills. I think he could go to the end, but those tyres are going to be absolutely finished by the end. Critical Skills now ahead of Ratio well before turn 1. He'll have a nice run through turn 1 and 2, you'd think, and he'll have the DRS to get away. But this will give Smoking Cheese the chance, because Ratio has no DRS, and the other Alpine does. He'll come around the outside easy as you like. No competition there. Smoking Cheese up to 3rd. Ratio tries to fight it back down the inside. Smoking Cheese carefully controls the outside line, and he now has P3.
Yellow flag, I think that's B2's got a problem of some kind here. He's gone off into that gravel at turn number 6 again, if I'm not mistaken. The car looks a bit more gravelly than it did last time around when I last saw it. So Critical Skills then, and Cheese now in 2nd and 3rd. And I say that those Alpines look intensively strong. I'd say the race isn't over yet, but if they don't run each other over first, Cheese on the outside, the record champion, now into P2, and we'll start closing on our race leader, no doubt. Both these guys will be able to put a set of softs to make it to the end, I reckon. But who comes out on top in that? We'd need something to bunch it all up again. Blue flag might be in play for Atom. For BT there in 13th.
Absolutely. I mean, Ratio getting through on Critical Skills a little bit forcefully there. And Critical Skills all the way through, snaking his way. Not having some of the greatest grip there, and that gives Arbon and Temp Cannon a bit of a sniff. Oh, a little bit of contact there. And see when Tempi Fan not too far off the back here either, but he sent it very deep into the into the penultimate corner, I should say. And that's lost him a little bit of time, but this guy's still fighting away. I'm just wondering if Atom's going to the end here. I mean, he hasn't pit yet. He might come in at the end of this lap, maybe to softs.
Potentially, you might try and run as much as you can before he comes in, but yeah, you are right. 14 laps, that's two laps over what they suggest in game. But of course, these guys' tyre management skills are next to none. Nicholas sets the fastest lap of the race here. He's running in P8 still. But again, he's one of the drivers who needs something to happen or for him to close back in. He'd need one of these guys towards back to sort of sacrifice themselves for the good of their position in the Grand Prix. But Atom right now, it looks on for a comfortable win. It should things stay how they are.
Absolutely. But I just can't see him getting to the end on those tyres. That's the thing. I can't see it. I think he is going to have to pit. Smoking Cheese should be good on the fuel. I see that figure at the top right. It's underneath the telemetry. I'm going to turn off the telemetry. There's 11 point something, and they have just over 10 laps to go. Yeah, so he should be safe on fuel. And gets ahead of 10th Cannon there as he tries to rebuild. He's definitely going to the end.
Oh, here comes
I just feel like Atom's going to have to come in soon. Yeah, there he goes. Probably onto a set of softs from here, I'd have thought. We'll have to see how he progresses. Oh, and he's fed!
Penalty! That's big.
That's curtains, really.
That'll be it for him, I think. Now he needs to...
Skills. Look at this train, though. Critical Skills had a ratio, but Arbon and Fan are not done with him either. As they all slide through turn 1. 4 cars nose to tail through the opening corner. Atom will emerge very comfortably in 7th ahead of Nicholas Meyer. But Fan outside line here at turn 3. Can he make this one all the way around the outside of Arbon? Yes, he can by the looks of it. And it'll be 10th Cannon who is the next one to try and make a move.
Fantastic move from Fan then, trying to claim back P4. And honestly, I can still see him winning this race, from being honest. If something happens to these guys, thanks to Atom's penalty, that really opens the rest of the race up. I mean, Cheese has got 3.5 seconds on his teammate, but anything could still happen in these late stages. Have to wait and see.
he is going to have the best tyres of that top 6 at the end of the race.
Definitely, without doubt.
He has definitely got the advantage there. Jaden gets another 3-second time penalty. If Fan can try and negotiate his way up to second here and start trying to pull a gap, he's in a great position. And here he comes. Overtake employed here. He might go for the inside line on Ratio. Thinks better of it.
Go for it, no!
Very tight into the corner. Oh! And that's just a racing incident, really, isn't it? He dived in, and Ratio kind of came across, and then 10th Cannon couldn't really adjust in time and gave him a bit of a tap up the rear. But that means that Atom is now only a couple of seconds off the back of Fan here. And I mean, with a 5-second penalty, don't count Atom out necessarily, because he's 12 seconds off the lead. He's going to be gaining seconds a lap, particularly on this group in front of him, which I think he's already gained 4 seconds on this lap.
We're keeping on the gap to the leader here over the rest of the race. Cheese leads by 5 to Critical Skills, then Ratio and 10th Cannon behind him. Right now, Atom at 11.6 back from the race leader now. As he pulls to the outside of Fan going into turn number 3. I thought it was going to be a bit too much on the throttle there, but he's gotten away with it very nicely and made the move. Perhaps even nice move on the outside. Yellow flag at turn number 1. That's BT off the circuit. Returning to the racing line. Cheese here, I had to wait to see if he makes a stop, but I think we said this earlier, Darryl. You are right. Once he pits, he's gonna smell like a road. So a road. He's gonna smell like a rose here. So these guys are gonna have to try and beat him some other way. I mean, you think of Ratio hasn't made a stop this entire Grand Prix. He's the only car yet to come in. So I think he has to stop at some stage, go on to soft tyres and push for the finish. But that penalty will definitely send him back quite a way as Critical Skills looks to get around him.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that this being the 70th race in TORL, Fans made, well, or no, or whatever, this is Fans' 70th race, it's been more, I think. This is Fans' 70th race start, Wardy's 69th, and Smoking Cheese's 67th, and Smoking Cheese might be getting the win. He's only ever won twice, if you would believe, Smoking Cheese. 2-time champion, 2 wins. Atom looking ominous there with a 19-4.
No flag.
But this could be
BT
his
around.
third. I think BT's been off the track more than he's been on it today, to be fair. It's not been the greatest of evenings for him so far.
Well, I mean, fair play to him for continuing to keep on going, which is always good, because we want to see as many drivers as we can actually make the flag in this final race. And right now we're on for 13 cars to finish it, so short of something going wrong, I dare say it will be alright for finishers at the end of this one. But right now it's looking good for Alpine, who of course are pushing for a good result to end off the season. We haven't paid much attention to the Drivers' or Constructors' Championships tonight. I'm not really sure we've been having a look at those too much. It's more just been about good vibes this last race and just having one last laugh at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just done the math. This is the 73rd race in TORL. I've just done the math by adding up the race wins in the Hall of Fame. And that's 72. So this must be number 73. As BT gets another. He's really not having a nice time, is he? And he's now been lapped. He's about to be lapped by Jaden. And that is him done. But look at Atom now. Atom is on the rear end of Arbon. And let's just see how quickly he can get through this group of cars, because he's got to get through them quickly. P2 is still on the table for Atom here.
BT retires the car. Has he crashed it, or is he? Cause he's tried to drive on further. I'm not sure what he's done to it. I'm not sure if he's just stopped it somewhere.
I think he's crashed because the car's not moving.
I think you are right.
Smoking Cheese. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, I think we did. I think we've had 4 or 5. I think we've had 5. So I think that's the limit.
The three virtual ones have been more put it down. Emery takes away P9 from Jakey there.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sorry, 10th Cannon had a wiggle and it just allowed Atom through. Didn't have to do anything. He just had a moment and through goes Atom and he'll wave bye-bye. I mean, Atom is now going to be on the back of Ratio and Critical Skills. He'll get past Ratio here because he's going to have the DRS 11, which Ratio is not going to have. It's just whether he can get past Critical Skills as well. Let's see, through 9 and 10. Jaden 3-second penalty. Here comes Atom. Yeah, goodbye Ratio. And he's going to try and get Critical Skills here now as well. Have the inside line. Surely he's going to get this one done on the soft, fresh tyres. Oh, Critical Skills around the outside is going to keep it, I think. In towards the final few corners now. Atom on the inside. Got to be careful. He wants to take the DRS at this point, and he will. Have to see if he can get past towards turn 1.
So he's going to try and pull to the outside for a second there at that last corner, but through the last turn, it's already on the right-hand side. He knows what he's doing when he comes down this main straight. Cheese going into turn 1, and here comes his closest competitor up the inside. 2 former champions at the head of the field, and as he gets in front of P2, it's now a straight fight. Atom begins to hunt down Smoking Cheese.
Yeah, but that 5-second penalty is going to mean that he can't really fight for the win. He's just going to have to try and make the gap to the cars behind him. 5 seconds. Critical skills without a penalty will be the person he's most worried about, because Ratio and 10 can. Oh, but Ratio has a bit of an error there. He goes a little bit wide on the exit, and through goes and through goes 10 can. Maybe no, not quite, but it needs to go now out of DRS immediately from Atom, and Atom's just going to be able to put his foot down and try and make that gap.
It's going to be a very, very tense end to this race, because Cheese is now in a situation where he knows he cannot stop. He has to go to the end of these tyres if he wants any chance of winning this race. But in fairness, he is practically 9 seconds in front, given the fact that Atom has that 3 seconds. No, sorry, 5 seconds to worry about. So Atom's got to go 11 seconds faster as a whole over the next 5 laps in order to win. So it's going to be getting like 2 seconds a lap in order to actually pull this off. It's going to be very, very close, and it can't have any mistakes either. Oh, contact!
Absolutely. Yeah.
10th cannon was
lucky to cannon, wasn't it?
Yeah, lucky to get away with his end plate still on the car, so he's all good there on that Ferrari. It comes to the last corner. This train's still somewhat there. It's sort of spaced out now. Critical skills sort of in a world of his own as Arbin is there behind him and not closing in enough just yet. We'll see what he does towards turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, Atom would currently finish P4. Yeah, P4 at the moment. But I think by the end of the race, it could very well be P2. Because he's 3.8 ahead of critical skills already, and it's been a lap.
That's fantastic.
I can see that growing to 5, but he definitely won't overtake, and put 5 seconds in Smoking Trees, unless Smoking Trees makes a massive error.
He's not closing the gap enough just yet. Sorry, no, wait, scrap that. He was 6 seconds behind at this point around a lap ago. He's 4.8 back now, so if he can keep on gaining, it could be in good stead. And you are right, a Cheese mistake could really put him in good position to try and really go for it in these last few stages. Because he's gaining a couple hundredths every second or so. Every time it updates, it's always a bit more each time. So Cheese might be looking in his mirrors and maybe sweating, even sweating a little.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, his tyres, Wardy's just put it in the chat, actually, which is a very good point, that Cheese's tyres have got to be close to being on a cliff. 16 laps in the medium, and he's still got another 4 to go. They are not going to be very pretty to look at, but still holding the gap relatively well at the moment, driving very consistently. I think it would have been very if Atom didn't have that 5 seconds towards the end of the race, but I think he should feel right, because he knows that he's effectively got a 9-second lead on Atom rather than a 4, with 4 laps to go, so just keep him on the track should do it for him.
Definitely, no mistakes. We had to get into the checkered flag, no issue, and become the last ever TakeOver Racing League winner. We've only got a few more laps to go in this wonderful league, Darrett. I mean, is there anything more we want to say before we reach the checkered flag?
No, we could thank all of the owners, of course, and admin. I mean, Dean Wardy, Fan particularly. Oh, and JT.
Yep,
I forget JT. He's been a little bit more. He's taken a bit more of a back foot role last few seasons, but definitely.
That's Imri, no something on the car.
Yeah, that is. Oh yeah, Imri. That's gone from bad to worse for him. But yeah, no, Wardy, Dean, and Fan all done such a fantastic job over all 7 seasons, and massive thanks to them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these guys who got me into this whole business in the first place. I mean, these guys are my first, and you never really forget the first league you commentate. So it's sad to see him go. It also means I think it's something else to do on Thursday nights. I've been sort of covered the last 2 years or so, but you know, we all these things have to happen at some point. You know, all things change at some point. All sports change. All leagues change at some point, and sometimes this sort of things happen. We've just got to hold our heads high and think of the memories we've had. I mean, obviously I've had quite a few more than you have there, but obviously no competition there. Obviously, me and you, we've done some good commentary together the last couple of seasons or so on the last game and on this one. I think this probably trumps the partnership I have with Dean just because there's no spinning here in the comments box. And speaking of spinning, we're hoping that Cheese will do one to make it a bit more interesting in these last 2 laps. Hopefully, he'll indulge us and give us one more little memory.
Yeah, hopefully so. But I mean, I think it's fitting, really, that Smoking Cheese is on his way to victory. It's the final ever race. He's He is the most, what's the word, historic driver in this race, as in he's the
Right,
only
he's-
driver in this race to be a two-time champion.
The phrase I often use is record champion. That's the phrase I use.
Yeah, well, because, hang on, has he won 2 and JT... Oh, no, JT's won 1. Oh, no, yeah. So he's the only two-time champion.
Yeah.
And he is leading us home towards the end of the league, the end of the race. He's got a 3-second lead at the moment, and I can't see that reducing unless he makes a massive mistake on these last 2 laps. He's got a nice, comfortable margin. Critical Skills might finish on the podium as well.
But
to have 2 champions on the podium would be fantastic.
Yes, that is true. However, has Cheese put enough fuel in the car?
Yeah, hasn't he? Yeah, because he's not flashing. The thing isn't flashing orange.
Oh, he's been boring.
Right,
Why
yeah.
has chosen to actually put fuel in the car this time? Why couldn't he have?
Well, you know, actually, I'd really respect it if Critical Skills lets Cheese by. It's not Cheese, Fan, because here he comes on the back of Arvin. He might not need to be let past, because he might get past organically, because if Fan can get past Skills, we might indeed have Cheese, Atom and Fan all on the podium.
That is
Which would be
pretty cool.
fantastic, as the 3 champions in this race.
That's 3 champions in order of when they won the championship too, in terms of earliest to latest.
Exactly, poetry. It's poetry in motion.
Definitely, but in order to accomplish that, Fan needs to get around Critical Skills. We have to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, up front, Cheese comes through then to start the final lap of the TakeOver Racing League Season 7 and the league as a whole. We've got about a minute 23 or so of lap to go before the league comes to an end. And Fan has got one final challenge in the league he started with Wardy, and oh, Racio's been disqualified.
He hasn't hit.
He hasn't stopped this whole race. And that's shuffled everyone out. Everyone's out the
Does he not realise that?
Arbiton to 4th place. And now Fan's got to get around 2 cars.
Well, no, he's only got it. Well, he's got to get around Critical Skills, because Critical Skills holds the key for the podium here, because he's got no penalty.
Yeah, you're all right. But those guys are on super worn, hard tyres. So is Fan, and Fan's falling away here. So he needs to tackle these 2 in his last lap. Meanwhile, Cheese is on course to victory, but Atom's hunting him. 1.4 seconds the gap now. Was there a mistake that we missed? You got a second to hang on now.
Not really. I think the tyres just dying. Look, this is the thing. Fan has the DRS. Critical Skills doesn't. I am so invested in Fan getting this podium. No offense to Critical Skills, but I really want this to happen. He'll have the chance down with the DRS. Down to turn 11. He needs a good exit out of 10. Does he get it? No, he doesn't. Does he? Is he going to be able to try and fight it? Down into turn 11. I don't think he will. I've never been so... If he doesn't get a podium, I'll never be so heartbroken.
Cheese at the last corner then to take the checker flag. And the last time in the TakeOver Racing League, he wins down under as the league goes down under. Atom over the line, second place. And Fan will miss out in the end. Critical Skills will finish on the podium. And Fan in the end will come home in 4th place. And we were so close, Dara, you are right. We were so close to that historic podium. Critical Skills couldn't have just let him through. What happened on that last lap? That was exciting and a good way to cap things off, I think.
I feel really bad because Critical Skills, like, well done for getting the podium, but I'm really disappointed that he got it. Yeah, I mean, they came 1st, 2nd, and 4th, the 3 champions, but if Fan didn't get hit around by 10th Cannon accidentally, then we might have had a different story. But what a race to end it!
Definitely, fantastic finish in the end, and Cheese obviously was so very nearly caught by Atom. I think give it another 2 laps, and that might have been it. I think I want to say.
Yeah, but he had the 5-second, remember? That's another 5 seconds. So
true, yeah, but I think if we've been given a like a battle on track to end things off, that would have been, I think, the next best thing, I reckon. But it is Cheese on top. Cheese wins then for the last time, and we'll have to get some post-race interviews going with it, as many people as we can here, because obviously this is the last time we're doing this. We need to get as many people in here to share memories, just for a few minutes or so before we cap things off, because we can't end it on the
Should we go for the? Should we interview the race top 3, and then interview like some of the admins, some of the gubbings of the league?
That sounds
Should
good
we
to
do
me.
it the other
Yeah,
way
I like
around?
the sound of that. If you want to go set that up, then we'll cap off. We'll call the results and we'll cap it there in terms of the racing. I mean, I've got a lot of views in this one. People, I hope you guys down the chat are enjoying the racing and the streaming as well, because Me and Darren are good at what we do. So there he is. Cheese, the final winner in the TakeOver Racing League. Double podium for Alpine. It's Atom in second. So 2 champions on the podium to finish things off. And that is that. There's your final results then. Cheese wins the race and Atom in second. Critical Skills runs off your podium. Fan in 4th, Nicholas in 5th, Arben 6th, 10th Cannon 7th, Jakey in 8th, Jaden 9th, and Ginger Nut rounds in your top 10. And the following home is Imri and BT, and then Michelle, Wardy, Kuba, and Ratio. All fans face Ratio, of course, getting disqualified in the last stages for, of course, for using 1 compound of tyre. And that will be where we end the racing for tonight. What a season, what a league we've been involved in here, Dara. And again, we can't thank the admins enough for what they've done. It's been absolutely fantastic. And there we go. There is your last bit of phrasing to cap things off before we go into post-race interviews. We came to race, we took over instead. So we're going along with post-race interviews very, very shortly indeed. And Darryl, what about? Just give me your thoughts on the on what was all in all a fantastic race.
Yeah, it was a great race. I mean, it was alive to the end. That train really was exciting. Yeah, a podium up for grabs at the end. 2 champions on that podium, and I think a very, very good way to end off TORL in terms of the excitement and action we got in the final race.
Definitely. Right, so me and you switch over to the race chat now, and then we'll look race voice chat, and then we'll do interviews there. All right?
Yeah.
I just need to change.
Hello.
Bear with. I'm trying to jump in the right place. Bear with me. There we go, right. Critical skills.
Skills.
Yes, that's the one. Right, so yeah, we'll get the podium finishes in, and then we'll also get the admins in as well. Okay, there's an extra invite. Anyone wants to say any words, then come on in. Atom, mate, you want to mute for us? Is that right? Excellent. Okay. Right, so we are just waiting then for the last few cars to show up. Hopefully Critical Skills and Cheese will come along to get ourselves going.
Be Cheese. I want to talk to Cheese.
Well, he wants to talk to Cheese. This man wants to talk to inanimate objects. He's lost his mind, and I think we'll
I lost my mind many years ago.
Yeah, that's kind of why we're here, to be honest. Fantastic. Right, I haven't got something here, but okay. I'm just waiting now. We're just waiting for Cheese. We're going to get started with that. Hopefully, he hasn't gone hopping away. Of course, Cheese, who was denied the win earlier on, now winning this time. Right, so
they're all here.
Excellent. Right, let's get going with this. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the last post-race interview. Cheese will come to you first, mate. Wait, no, he's gone.
He's just gone.
He's ran off. He didn't win.
Start with skills. Stop.
Well, no, he's back.
Okay, yeah.
Cheese, hello again. Right, so it's been a few seasons since the last one in Australia, but you've finally managed to win it, and you're the last TakeOver Racing League race winner ever. How's it feel?
A little bit of tear in my eye. Special, but unexpected at the same time, and obviously putting that we won't be racing anymore.
Yeah, obviously sour thought for all of us. Of course, the race was a bit chaotic today. How'd you find yourself getting through it? Any trouble at all?
It was entertaining. Managed to keep my nose clean and make the advantages of other people's problems, and obviously able to sneak through lap by lap and got to the front, and then by lap 20, I decided that if I pit, I'm only going to come out behind them, and I didn't really think I was that fast enough, like the ultimate pace, and I made the decision to stay out on them 18, 19 lap mediums. I thought that was the only chance I had to win the race, and it paid off. But he caught me at the end, but I knew I had to stay in front because I wasn't sure if the 5 seconds he had might get removed or not. I know 5 seconds always iffy.
With the 5 seconds, I have to ask: were you panicking at all when he was close down on you?
I'm sorry.
Was there any form of panic when he was closing that gap, or did you think you were always going to stay in front?
I was always panicking. I knew they were going to be catching really quick. I saw some interesting sectors going on when he was making his way through, and I could see that maybe second and third was fighting him quite a bit more than they needed to, but I think that helped. But yeah, I was definitely scared until the last couple of laps, and then I managed to just keep him out of the DRS at the start of the final lap. I'd already drained my battery, and then I was trying to get to the line without making a mistake then.
Well, you definitely did that and managed to win it. So that's your third career win in this league to match up with your 2 championships. You'll forever remain the record champion of the league. Is there any final words you want to give about the league as a whole before we cap things off?
It's been a fantastic league. I've enjoyed racing here over the years. Fantastic battles, races, some great drivers along the way, new friends. It's been great. I was really shocked to see the decision, but if it's in the best interest of everyone, then I accept the decision.
Always good to hear. Well, congratulations on the career you had in the league, and of course we'll miss having you around like we will for everyone in the league. So yeah, so well done on the win tonight, and I'll assume you'll go off celebrating in some way. I don't know how you celebrate the wins, but yeah, you go out, enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll see you soon at some point.
Thank you very much. Thank you, bro.
Right, Darren, you want to take the next one, mate? You've got Atom there in second place.
I will. Alright, Atom then P2 in the end. Yeah, I mean, you were on that soft tyre, that 5 second kind of maybe took the wind out of your sails a bit, but P2 in the end, you are a one-time champion here. How was it for one last race at TORL?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, didn't know what to expect, haven't raced in a while, but yeah, the safety cars were quite a bit unfortunate because it pitted on lap 4 and then the mediums after were not good, and exactly when needed a safety car didn't come. So it's like, yeah, just pit for soft, no need to risk a puncture. And yeah, I mean, the tires of the others, I think they were done. Like, I was gaining like 3 seconds a lap when I was behind them, even though they all had DRS still. So yeah, got past them quite quickly, but the 5 seconds were just a bit unfortunate. I mean, rear tire lockup, I just decided to not drive into a wall instead and just took the 5 seconds. So yeah, I mean, P2 is not too bad, even though I think I could have won. But yeah, wasn't quite the best luck on my side, but overall, yeah, nice P2 in the end.
Exactly, and I mean, you've done quite a few races in TORL before. I'm just having a look. You've done a lot. I mean, of course, being the C-Sport champion, you had a tight fight with Michael Dale. I remember that long ago, but I'm guessing that's probably your best memory of the league, C-Sport champion.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there were a couple good races. I mean, I remember with Michael, that's basically when we first met in league racing, and since then we've been pretty close, and also both in FG, and always like exchange things like on how to go quicker in leagues and racing in general. So yeah, that was good. Also a couple of races before, like I remember Monaco with a quali ban and somehow came up into P5 in the end, which yeah, Monaco on pad is usually not the most beautiful experience at all. So yeah, there were a couple of good races. Obviously wasn't here for the last 1 or 2 seasons, but yeah, I would say that Season 4 Championship was certainly at the peak in TORL for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations again on the podium. And yeah, well done. We'll see you soon.
Alright, should we throw it back to me now? So my turn this time? Or
Yeah, you.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we'll bring it now to our third place finisher, the last man on the podium, Critical Skills, who just about got there in the end. That was quite a chaotic last lap for you, but you did it. You're one of the last podium finishers. How's it feel?
Oh, it's so great, you know. But I've got to thank Ratio's AI for that, 'cause I think that shafted TP fan a little bit. So I'll say thank you to him deciding to, for some reason, do 28 laps on the hards. 'Cause that, I think, took me over the end there.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him in a minute what the plan was with that one. I mean, he's here in the voice chat, so we'll get to speak to him in a minute or so. But yeah, I mean, even so, you were up there for a decent amount of the race, so I'd say you definitely deserved the podium in the end. But yeah, talk me through your race. What went down?
Start on the mediums. I think I should have probably picked on the second stage car instead of first, because I think my tyres at the end were just dead. Like, I think 2 more laps and they probably popped or something. But after that, it was sort of just slowly working my way up. I didn't get any penalties, whereas I think other people did, so that sort of put me in a prime position. And at the end, I was sort of sitting in those sort of podium places in contention for the last 6 or 7 laps. And I was, to be fair, I didn't notice fan was actually coming up, because all I could see was the 2 people behind me had penalties as well, so I was sort of taking it easy. But in the end, I'll take the podium.
Definitely, of course. The highlight of your race probably being that last lap with Nicholas and with Fan, and obviously Ratio at the end as well. What was the feeling like as you were going on that last lap? Was it panic at all? Was desperation start to creep in?
At the start of it, yeah. As soon as I think it was Arbon sort of overtook Fan, I thought this is when I thought I knew it's like going to actually happen. I was sort of a bit confident then, but it was a bit panicky at the start of it, yeah.
Fair enough. Of course. All right, last question for you. We obviously end of the league here, and obviously a lot of these guys won't be seeing racing again, at least here. Is there anything more you want to say to the admins or anyone watching along at home about the racing and just the league in general?
I haven't done too many races in this league, but I'd have to say that the ones I have done I've thoroughly enjoyed, so I want to say thank you to all the admins and all people who help behind the scenes for all that, and you two as well. Great commentary.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we do appreciate that. Well, congratulations then on the podium finish, and we're to wish you good luck for the future in league racing. Obviously, I don't comment on you anywhere else. I could be wrong with that, but yeah, well, congratulations then on the finish, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Hopefully.
Right, there. I'll now throw it back to you for an interview with Ratio. We need to ask what went down that last lap. Ratio, what was the plan?
I just planned to finish the race, but I got disqualified because the FIA can't handle me. They saw my tyre saving skills were too good.
Yeah.
Did you not know of the rule that you have to use 2 compounds?
Of course I knew about it, it's just I didn't feel like listening to it.
Plays by his own rules, he does. I've seen Ratio before, I know he's like
Exactly.
Alright, Darren, anything
Well, I
more?
mean, yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think there's much else to say there. In the end, to be fair.
I mean, Darren, Ratio, you're all over the place today, mate. So how was it for you out there?
Not fun. It was pretty much just ice skating today. But it was a fun send-off. It's a great league, it's gonna be a shame not racing here.
Definitely, I have to agree with you, despite not relating in the racing sense. But of course, obviously, I'll still see you on Monday nights, because of course you've got a fight to worry about with another driver in this voice chat now. We'll be seeing more focus on Monday nights.
Though. Of course not. Fan's in my back pocket, and he always has been.
Oh, you have got a lead to close down, I remind you.
Just giving him a chance. Be a bit unfair for starting first all season.
Well, I'll see what I have to say about that in a few minutes' time. But still, it's been good to have you here in the league, and we'll look forward to seeing you again somewhere soon. Right, so we'll throw it over to Dara. Do you want to throw it over to Wardy now?
Yeah, Woody. Hello, good sir. I saw you were gutted because, of course, that you crashed in the end. Midway through the race, and it was gutting. But all in all, you've had a decent run, haven't you? Overall, I mean, this was your 69th race in TORL, beaten only by Fan, who was done 70. So, I mean, memories of the league. I mean, you've done so much for it. What are your best memories of it?
Wardy? Hello?
Me? Woody?
Are you there? Did you die? We didn't take that long into it, did we?
I think he's working in Norfolk time, so he'll get back in about 5 minutes time.
Oh, Van's is gone. Van's is gone. Where's Van? Oh yeah. Okay, should we go over to
Actually,
Fan?
I'll open the question to Fan. I'll open the
Can I
exact
do
same
Fan
question
first?
to you.
Oh, sorry, can I do Fan?
Oh,
Sorry.
I mean, you can you've got to ask his permission first.
Fan
You
up,
can-
transmission?
Are you guys fighting over him?
Maybe.
Yes.
This is a new one.
I'm hearing Morty. Morty, you alive?
Oh, Woody.
Oh yeah, okay, right, yeah. So,
Oh, did
Can
you
you-
hit any of my questions?
Oh, I'm old news
did-
now. I've been thrown away.
sorry,
Oh,
Fan.
see you
Back in a
later. See you
minute.
later, third. All the best. Scott, you take care now. Yeah, I did hear all of that. I was speaking to myself, it seems.
Oh, you
Memories of TORL. Certainly not this race, I'm not going to lie. Had a bit of an issue with a desync with another driver. I went into a braking zone and they then appeared in front of me and gave me wing damage. But yeah, good memories of TRL. Australia, I think Zach will definitely be
Yeah, I told the story
remembering that one.
many times.
Uh,
I'm telling my kids that one. Who said that?
My first win that wasn't streamed because Zach was running, which is a little bit annoying, but we'll take wins and losses. That's fine, it's fine. Forgive you for once.
What race was
but-
that?
That was season 3, Mexico. It was a wet race.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
So
So I was probably one of you.
yeah, but I'm getting old now. My memory's a bit terrible, so that's probably all I can remember for now. But yeah, that's it's been a good run. Definitely, I think it's 2019 we started in TRL, so
The world's a
think I
different
became-
place.
Oh yeah, trust me.
it was, yeah. Fan wasn't so old. I think he was in his 20s then, weren't you,
Yeah.
Fan?
I was, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no. No, yeah, I was. Yeah.
We were in the Premier League back then.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I'm in the Vets League now.
Ha. Old. Right. Anything more
Yeah,
to add?
I mean, yeah, I was particularly Wooly. I mean, in those 69 races, you have won the once. I mean, that must have been. I can't. When was that? Because I was kind of working out during the stream.
When was it? Did you say sorry?
Yeah, when was your win?
So season
F1 2020. So.
Wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, no, I think it was season 2. It was a title race between me, Fan, and Cheese, and then I got crashed out on lap 1, turn 2. So that was a bit out the window. But yeah, I used to be consistent as.
F3.
Yeah, I'm being compared to Logan Sargent now. That's fantastic.
Christ. Bro, what are you doing to the poor man?
Yeah, legacy I've created, and Logan Sargent is what I get out of it.
That's an insult to Logan Sargent.
Oh,
Oh,
Racing,
it's
you,
gracious.
Oh, that-
you mute yourself, pal. You can't get yourself involved now. Leave the poor guy alone.
But no, I have to give a shout out to Dean because I wouldn't have heard of League Racing if it wasn't for him. There's season 1, race 1, round 1 in TRL. Well, it's TRL at that stage. And yeah, Dean said, "Do you want to join a league race?" I was like, "Well, there was a league race," and the rest is history. But yeah, shout out to Dean. He's probably listening at work. Bless him.
You got
Yeah.
you got pole that day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I got
literally
pole.
joined and got pole.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
Good
Yeah,
times.
that's Logan Sargent, by the way. That's me. Yeah. But yeah,
Sorry about that. I feel bad now.
that's fine. But no, thank you to Fan JT for when he shows up every 6 weeks, and Dean. Yeah, it's been a good run. I'll hand the microphone over to Fan now.
Alright, I'll take the mantle for this one, if that's okay, Darren. I didn't want to butt in earlier.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I sort of wanted to have Fran the last one. Right then, so.
That was much more polite than last time.
Sorry.
Can you just go back to squabbling?
No, I want to interview. I want to interview Fan.
No.
You're like you're sort of teetering, the pair of you, between like an old married couple and a pair of toddlers.
You don't understand the amount of people have said that I'm an old married couple with. I honestly, at least 10. Like, genuinely,
That's fantastic.
it's great.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
Right, carry on.
That's good character. Right. Well, we're straight off topic of it. Right. So, C110P fan. The I mean,
Hello,
are you the joint owner of the league? Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah. It's never just been me. It's it's been Dean and JT sort of from the start. Wardy obviously joined later on. Shout out to Finley as well, who was an admin at the very beginning, and we haven't heard from in 3 years. But he's still an admin in the server if he ever wants to come back. Obviously Luke was an admin right at the very beginning as well. Your predecessor, Zach. So no. It's always been a collective thing.
Definitely. It's been you've had quite a fantastic time in your own league, of course. I'm bringing your stats in the Hall of Fame. So obviously the Season 6 Championship, 4 wins as well. The most starts for anyone else. Only Wardy winning, one behind you there at the end of it. But yeah, in terms of the league you've built with the crew behind you, the crew around you. Sorry, not behind. Can you give us some of your thoughts on the on just how this league has gone for us?
It's been a blast. That's probably the best way to put it. Is it's been fun. It wasn't always just about the racing for us, and it was never meant to be. My girlfriend's looking at me like, why are you talking so emotionally about a racing league? But, it was never just about that. We've all made friends. Dean and Wardy and JT and others. I've talked to them every day or every few days for the last 3 years, whatever it's been. So it's been a blast. The right time to go, but I wouldn't have changed it.
Fair enough.
We're all a bit busy with life, so yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. I wouldn't change how things have gone. It's at this point as well, guys, that especially to a fan of Wardy since you're here, I would like to register my personal appreciation for actually bringing me in, because obviously that seeing that Facebook post one day changed absolutely everything for me these last 2 years. And you guys are responsible for the reason I'm here and why I'm in 7 other leagues at this point. So I would like to say thank you for actually bringing me in, taking a shot on me, and I hope I've done a good enough job for you.
You don't need to thank us.
Can I add into this quickly, because
Yes.
relatively similarly, the reason the way I joined TORL is because I barely did any commentary, and then I did 1 or 2 commentaries for BRT as the team for their races, and there was a space going in the TakeOver Racing Championship, and they needed a commentator, and BRT Mozza, who thought I was alright at commentary, told me that I should basically apply to be the commentator, and so I did, and through joining TORC, I then got told by JT that they needed a commentator for TORL, because I think Zach couldn't make every race.
Yeah, it's because of crossplay, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So I then joined, and I was then able to, I basically then, through doing it with TORL and TORC, I then also went into different commentaries and knew different people, and that is why I know the people I know today. So similarly, thank you for not thinking I was awful.
No, you guys have smashed it every single week. It's like Fan said, just a bit of an echo really. It's you guys don't have to thank us. You guys have turned up each week, gave us a stream to watch and enjoy. And it's been great to watch the races back and listen to the commentating as well. It's been great.
It's been
Mega.
It's been a fun one for us tonight in particular. We had quite a good time, didn't we, Darryl?
We do have fun, don't we?
Again,
Did you guys talk about the weather tonight?
that did not happen, unfortunately.
Didn't.
We've been reminded of that because of the top 10 that we did all week. That's the only reason.
We've got Storm Babette coming, guys. That is a massive
We do.
conversation you missed out there.
And that'll be episode 1 of the podcast.
I mean, it's good thing in this conversation. It's good because me, Wardy, and Fan all basically within an hour of each other. We can just, reminisce about the weather.
TRL meet up when? Can I ask?
Genuinely, that
Very
might have to
beautiful.
happen at some point.
That's some
It
stage.
Great yarn for
it
us.
should.
Adam? Snetterton at some point.
I'm up for that.
Oh yeah, Great Yarmouth, Snetterton, same thing.
I think I'm ages away from you guys, so that could be a challenge for me, but I'll try my best.
Yeah, that might. Yeah, might. Yeah.
Right, well...
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Great
Brams
Yarmouth,
is a
if
bit
you
of a
know,
way
you know.
for us.
Oh, I love a bit of yarn.
I know you know a little bit of Yarmouth. I really don't know how.
Is it the Speedway or the race course you're talking about? Or the
Just Great
Brams?
Yarmouth.
Just
Yeah,
in general.
Great Yarmouth. Can we could do a day out at the mini golf?
Oh, what a day.
Oh yeah,
Right, fun.
beautiful.
Well, we'll have to organise that one all off stream. So, guys, thank you again for at least for the turn up all these times of actually creating this league for us to race in. It's been an absolute honour, and good luck to what happens next to you guys.
Yeah, cheers, Zach. Just before you go, I know Wardy's already said it, but thank you obviously to you two. You obviously give your free time up every week to do it. Obviously Wardy, Dean, JT, those guys for helping out. BJ, who joined at the beginning to be a full-time driver and has never been able to drive full-time for us, but has stewarded every week, more or less. Sometimes he needs a bit of a nudge, but he's done it. Legends, Imri, Lemons, for stepping in and helping us out over the last sort of season and a bit.
Oh
Just,
yeah,
whilst we've been busy,
shout
just-
out to the Orion guys.
Yeah,
The last season has been a bit busy for me, Fan and Dean. So yeah, Orion guys have helped out a lot, especially Legends, Imri, and Lemons, like that Fan said. Sorry, I'll carry on. I'll let you carry on, Fan. Sorry, I've been.
I'm trying to remember my list. Kuba and Travis, they've obviously been around since day one, and they were a big part of the driver hub, which, to be honest, there's a chance this could have happened a year, 18 months ago, but that definitely gave us a bit of a new wind. I probably forgot more people, but yeah, just everyone
Ratio.
that's given up any amount of time
See ratio.
in any way to do anything. Ratio for being ratio.
Being a knob. Oh
You're
yeah,
not,
ratio.
not allowed to
sorry, mate.
swear on Zach's streams. He's told me that
Oh
before.
yeah, being a phallic object.
no, I never said that. You can do what you want. I just try not to.
I asked you last week if I could swear, and you said no. or is-
that sounds.
That might not be your role.
But
it does
I
sound
was
like
here
it.
last week. No one was here last week.
No, it wasn't here. It was elsewhere. It was in other videos available on your channel.
Oh, no, yeah, Monday night. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you, Woody.
Like and subscribe for more TRL, RDL, and League Racing content
Damn right.
from Zach RC.
And for more career mode content when I get my ass back into gear again.
Career mode.
It's
The
Shout out to Dara's Twitter as well.
the Prodigy Part 4.
Yeah, look.
It's gonna happen,
Yeah, look. I migrate. I'm on. I have too many channels. I think I've logged into about 8 channels in 1 week before.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know why we never just gave you the email address and password for the
Yeah.
account. That would have been far easier.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah, because the Twitch had to log
do
in
I,
every time.
I,
Yeah.
I do have to often find the right email sometimes for the I've got like 8 emails where I've been given different email things. So if anything, you've helped me out by not giving it to me because I have another one to. It's nice though when I do streams on when I do streams for any like kind of not esports sim racing stuff, so on different platforms, because they stream it to us, the commentators, on Discord. I can just sit back and relax. I don't have to log into anything. It's fantastic. But that's my mini TED
podcast. It's
proposal.
beautiful.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
No.
Is this an interview or is this
We should make a podcast, shouldn't we? The 4 of us.
This will be the
Take
advance
over.
a TakeOver Racing. We'll do a podcast, yeah.
That sounds good. I actually wouldn't mind that. but
Season 8,
whether
round
I have
1.
time or not to do
The,
it, but
That'd be a stick.
Season 8, round 1 is just a podcast.
Yeah.
Can we call it like 42 fingers?
Well, 42.
did you?
No,
You guys
33.
all have.
No, 32. No, hang on, wait, hang on.
Why?
No.
I don't get it.
No, 43.
Well, I'm including thumbs.
I'm
He's including Wardy
To be
as well.
No, it'd be the normal amount because
so- oh, no,
Ratio
Dean.
chooses
If there's...
off his fingers, then I have extra.
Wait. Oh, God.
This is gone.
Bang, if we think about it, Fan has 11, I have 11, Wardy has 11, Dean has 11, and Zach has 10. It's not...
Why do I have 11?
Why do I have 10?
Yeah. Because I thought we were all from... Well, I'm not... Well, we support Norwich, so we all have 11 fingers, and then
I'm from Milton Keynes. Don't.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Like now,
don't
Milton
pull me
Keynes.
into this.
Okay, sorry. 50,
Norfolk.
53. 50.
You're within
No
the
one used to
radiation
spin around
zone of
so
Norfolk,
much.
so
Oh,
you're
Sam.
technically.
Oh, I'm gonna have to meet. Man, I regularly visit Leighton Buzzard. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, that's where my nan lives.
So is that why you're a spin
meet you,
fan?
man.
Are you obsessed with roundabouts?
Is it a roundabout
Just
or is
roundabouts,
it
that's all.
That's the question.
Oh no. This is
Oh.
getting deep now.
Basically, oh, this is great.
Should we
Always
cap
only
things
half
before we
an
can
hour
get
away.
too deep, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Because I'm still
Really
live.
good
I'll let you guys know that as well.
Yeah. So am I.
Oh, hello Zach,
Got
I
no
see
viewers
fans.
today,
Like and
so.
subscribe.
See this guy gets it. Everyone do that now. Anyway, right. So I think that'll be it. And I think we'll actually leave you guys in here for the outro because that's a rarity for us. Normally we force everyone out. Dara, any final thoughts before we cap things off?
Honestly, I think I've expended every thought I've had over the last hour and a half. So, yeah, thanks to Wardy Fan and Dean particularly for making this happen. I think that sums it up nice.
Agree. One last thing I do want to say. Thank you guys. Thank everyone who's watched even a single second of these streams. It's been greatly appreciated. On my channel, there's 30 different streams of races, including this one, for anyone to go back and watch. Obviously, we can probably establish which ones have been the most popular over the last few years because of the story that I endlessly tell within the Discord.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Just before we go, what are your two's favourite memories?
I want to say either your
I know
championship.
what yours is, Zach.
Yeah,
so
yeah, or SD
oh,
Australia.
okay.
Yeah, go on, Dara.
I have said this, and I can't believe I'm having to say it in front of the man, but I did say earlier, I'm winning the title. That was my favourite moment.
Cheers, boys.
Fan, what's the line that I often say about your wins? What's the words?
Well, it's pretty apt considering the end of this stream, I think, and the fact that it's descended into nonsense. Something about chaos.
Close. Close enough. All the wins you have are. Oh no, I've forgotten myself. They're just chaos.
Ideal.
That memorable.
Oh no, that was empty the moment. Always achieved in chaos. That's it.
If you
Bang.
converted
Yes.
it into a government 3-word punchline, then you would have remembered it by now.
Always achieved in chaos. That's the one. Bang. Right, I remembered it. We've saved it. We've saved the night, boys. Well done.
All 4 of them.
Yes, that has restored all legitimacy to this conversation.
Excellent. And on that bombshell, it is time to end things. So, guys, thanks so much for watching every last one of these streams of the last 2 years. I do hope you've enjoyed them. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for any future content, including this podcast that may start. I have to beg these guys to get it done on my channel. We'll have to wait and see about that one. So, Dara, any last goodbyes you want to make?
The 4th time we,
Go on, Dara, one
thanks
sentence.
to Zach. Thanks to Zach.
Mention
because
the
it's
weather,
always
mention
been
the
fun
weather.
doing a Thursday night. It's a bit wet outside, but it's meant to brighten up for the weekend.
It's been constantly chucking it down all day where I am. So you know. So
Who made that noise?
who was that? Ratio, is that you?
What?
Was that Ratio applauding?
What the?
I heard like an applause sound.
Yes, it was. Right, end it now before it gets out of hand.
All right, that'll be it then. All right, thank you guys for watching. This has been TakeOver Racing League. Good night.
Everyone stay